Okay. So finding your comfortable seat, root down through your sit bones. You can rest your hands in your lap, palms up or down. And then you can pull the flesh out from under your buns if that helps, really rooting down through those sit bones. So finding even weight distribution left and right, forward and back. And then sit up nice and tall, stacking each vertebra one on top of the next. And then notice if your shoulders are over your hips. Might need to move them back in space. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then back and down away from your ears, and then pull them down just a little bit further. And lift up your ears. Lift up the crown of your head, the roof of your mouth. Lift up so much that you find a little space between each vertebra. You might notice that the breath flows a little more easily into your ribs. You feel a little bit more space between each rib. And you can close your eyes here, if that feels good for you this morning. Tuck your chin in slightly towards your throat. And then you can bring a hand to your belly if that helps, but we're just going to take a couple deep breaths into our belly so the belly expands as we inhale and contracts back as we exhale. Through the nose, inhale, and contract back as you exhale. And as you inhale and your belly expands, you might even imagine that you're plunging a French press, that the plunger is dropping down and it's pressing everything down into your belly. Your ribs expand. And as you exhale, the plunger lifts up like an elevator, coming back up. One more deep breath into the belly here. And exhale completely. You can keep breathing like that if you'd like, or return to normal breathing. And I'm going to invite you to set an intention for our practice today. And I wanted to share a nice little something from my Meditations from the Mat book. When the energy simply flows through us, just as it flows through the grass and the trees and the ravens and the bears and the moose and the ocean and the rocks, we discover that we are not solid at all. If we sit like the mountain Gampo in a hurricane, if we don't protect ourselves from the trueness and the vividness and the immediacy and the lack of confirmation of simply being a part of life, then we are not this separate being who has to have things turn out our way. So as you breathe here, invite in your intention. Maybe it's something around surrendering, letting your body be exactly where it is today. No expectations of a certain kind of performance or a certain outcome. Being patient and kind and loving to ourselves. But maybe still kind of pushing ourselves to our comfort's edge today. Willingness to fall down and get back up again. And when you're ready, you can let your eyes gently drift open. Finding a focal point on the floor in front of you. Taking your time. Let your hands rest on the tops of your knees. And let's inhale, stretch your heart forward, stretch through the front of your throat, shoulders glide down the back, seated cow pose. And exhale, round the spine. Tailbone tucks under, chin tucks into your throat, your clavicle. Empty completely, maybe the belly button draws in towards your spine. And then inhale, roll forward. And this time as you exhale, start to roll to the right and then back. And then on your inhale, to the left and forward. And keep rolling to the right and back. And then to the left and forward. I'm going to keep making these circles. You can go as big or as small as feels good for your body. You can even get your head and neck involved. And speed it up a little bit. If you find a sticky spot in your spine or your hips, you can spend a little time in that area if it feels good for you. And then the next time you make it all the way forward on your inhale, let's change directions. Warming up the spine. Feeling extra stiff this week, and I really don't know why. I feel like I've done normal exercise, maybe sitting more than usual, but it's really catching up with me this week. Okay, and then the next time you come forward, come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, plant your hands to the side, swing your hips and knees over, and we'll come to hands and knees in tabletop. Fingertips spread wide under your shoulders, knees directly under the hips, tops of your feet planted into the mat. Press down the tops of all 10 toes. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop your belly. Maybe your elbows bend and you reach your shoulders even further from your ears as your heart reaches forward. Exhale, press the floor away from you, around your spine. Rock forward, rock back, coming back into child's pose, forehead to the mat. And then next inhale, come forward, plant your hands, flip your feet, and press up into down dog. Heels disappear behind your toes, fingertips spread wide. Reach your heels for the mat. It's okay if they don't make it all the way. Then put a big bend in your knees. Reach your belly towards the top of your thighs. Ears come between your biceps. Root down through the big toe mound of your foot, both feet. Maybe you even lift up the other 8 toes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet towards your hands and forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. And hang here for a moment. Put a nice deep bend in the knees. Again, root down through the big toes. Maybe your other 8 toes float up away from the mat. And then reach the inseams of your legs back and up. Clasp your hands behind your back. And let them rest on your sacrum, on the back of your hips. Belly's resting on the top of the thighs. Get long through the back of the neck. And then inhale, lift your arms up. Reach your shoulders away from your ears. Hands lift up and back. Arms are nice and straight. And then see if you can straighten your legs a little bit more. Maybe your hands float up and over, giving a nice stretch in the shoulders. Your shoulders can fall down towards your ears. Exhale, unclasp your hands and let your hands glide down the back of your legs. Grab your ankles, inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root down through your feet, inhale, reach up. Palms kiss up at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Plant your hands and step 1 foot back at a time to high plank. Pausing here, pressing the floor away. Tailbone tucks under, shoulders over your wrists. You're gonna exhale, Chaturanga, and float in a low plank. And then drop all the way down to your belly, flip your feet, forehead to the mat, bring your hands by your low ribs, and inhale up for baby cobra. Gaze looks down to the mat, pubic bone and the top of your feet press into the floor, shoulders reach together behind your heart, and exhale. Come down, flip your feet, press up through a push-up, and back to down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward between your fingers. Drop the left knee, flip the left foot, and inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot forward and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up, palms kiss. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Step your right foot back. Drop the right knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Maybe your gaze looks up. Tailbone tucks under. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, and Chaturanga. Option to baby cobra, or flip your feet, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. Put a soft bend in the right knee, tuck the tailbone. Lift up through the arms as you root down through the toes. Maybe your gaze looks up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. And exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot forward and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Balance your weight into your left foot, rooting down through four edges or four corners of your foot, and then lift your right foot off the floor. Just let it hover about an inch. You can bend your right knee and bring it up and over for kind of a modified standing splits. And then open the right knee up and out like we're doing scorpion in a three-legged dog. Put in a standing forward fold. Bring the right knee back to the center. Plant the right foot. Root down through both feet. And inhale, come up to mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. And then balance your weight into your right foot. Hover the left foot about an inch. Option to stay there, or bend the left knee. Lift the left knee up as high as you can get it. Keeping that left heel back towards the left glute. And then option to open the hip up, pointing the knee up to the ceiling. And then bring your knee back down, plant the left foot, plant your hands, and step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and Chaturanga. You can always take knees, chest, chin. Back bend of your choice. And meet in down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Drop the left heel and cartwheel your arms open to warrior two. Gaze looks over the right middle finger. And bring that right knee directly over the ankle. Heel down the pinky toe edge of your left foot. See if you can lift your fingertips just a little bit. Make them float. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right knee. Left arm reaches up and over, one long line across the left side of your body. Gaze looks up under your left arm. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down, step back, and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Cartwheel your arms up. Warrior two on the left side. Again, sealing that outer edge, pinky toe edge of the right foot down. Bring your hips over your shoulders over your hips. Left knee over left ankle, and gaze looks forward. Noticing what comes up for you in this shape. where you feel it, where it's challenging. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Reaching through the right side of the body. The fingertips go up and over, heel roots down. Can you hover your left elbow over your left knee? Getting a little longer in the left side waist. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your left foot back. And Chaturanga. You can always just go straight for down dog if that's better for you. And we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the right knee. Reach the right knee up for the sky. Heel stays tucked in towards the glute. Planting your hands on either side of the left foot. Open the right knee up. Can you get a little longer through the back of the neck? And you trust your balance and bring the head in towards the left knee. Accepting your body wherever you are in this pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, drop the right foot, and hang over your legs for a moment. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, come up for Crescent Pose. Soft bend in the left knee. Tuck the left tailbone under. Draw the belly in. Hips come under the shoulders. And then see if you can straighten that left leg, keeping the posture in the upper body. Can you lift up through the back ribs, through the back of your skull? Can your fingertips get a little bit more energetic? Option to be active or passive in this pose, or anywhere really in this practice. And then find a spot on the floor a couple of feet in front of you. Reach your hands by your sides. And inhale, launch yourself forward onto your right foot into warrior three. So left heel reaches back, toes are flexed back towards the shin. Long through the back of the neck, heart reaches forward. Option to reach your arms forward if you want a little more challenge. Exhale, plant your hands. Get really strong through the core here. And then put a deep bend in the right knee. Slowly lower and tap down your left toes towards the back. Low lunge, bend the left knee, flip the left foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. You can clasp your hands at the top, tuck the tailbone slightly, and see if you can invite in a little bit of a back bend here. From the heart, keeping that tailbone tucked under, opening through the front of the hip. This is great for people who sit at a desk all day. Myself included. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back in Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Reach those heels down towards the floor. Spread your fingertips wide, hips lift up and back. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Bend the left knee. Heel comes back towards your butt. And the knee reaches up for the sky. Long through the back of the neck. Square the hips to the front edge of the mat. And open that left knee up to the sky. Are you holding tension anywhere in your upper body? Can you let go and surrender to the shape? Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your left foot and fold over your legs. Inhale, root down through your feet to rise up. Palms kiss at the top. Tuck the tailbone under, front ribs stitch together, and exhale. Arms come out to the sides, goalpost or cactus. Gaze looks up, lift your heart up and out of the chest. Deep breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Step back. Chaturanga or Knead and down dog. Back bend of your choice. And exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, lift up, crescent pose. Soft bend in the right knee. Tailbone tucks under, lift up through the back ribs, back of the skull. Get a little lighter through the arms. And see if you can straighten that right leg. Reach the right heel back as the left knee reaches forward. Imagine you're zipping everything up the midline. Your inner thighs are coming together. Your front ribs are stitching together. Get a little lighter through the fingertips. And exhale, reach your arms by your sides, palms facing forward. Find something to focus on, a drishti point a couple feet in front of you. And on your next inhale, launch yourself forward for warrior three. Right toes flex back towards your shin. You can put a nice bend in that left knee and give you some strength in the glutes. And as your right foot floats up, your head drifts down. But we're not going for vertical height on the right foot, reaching it straight back. Crown of the head reaches straight forward. And you can play with bringing your palms together, reaching your arms forward, committing to finding that comfort's edge today. And then wherever you are, put a deep bend in the left knee and tap the right toes down. Drop the right knee, flip the right foot, and inhale, reach your arms up. Tuck the chin in towards the throat and lift the gaze, lift your heart. Get a little lighter through the fingertips. Lifting up through the sides of the ribs, the back of the ribs. See if you can tuck your tailbone under. Engage the Mula Bandha, which really just means flexing your perineum. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. Inhale, lift your fingers up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left toes back and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, nice deep bend in the knees. Bring your belly towards the tops of the thighs. Gaze looks forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat and forward fold. Exhale completely. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips to your shins or the floor. Long through the sides of the waist. Shoulders come away from the ears. And forward fold. Nice deep bend in the knees here. Bring your belly back to the tops of your thighs. And hang for a moment. On your next exhale, exhale completely. Draw the belly in towards your spine, tuck your tailbone, and roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Let your heart lead. Plant your hands. Step back. And Chaturanga. Up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale up to warrior two. Left heel seals down. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. We've been here before. This time, can you come into the fullest expression of the pose, whatever that means for you. It's really present in our bodies. Inhale back up to warrior two. Straighten the right leg and hinge forward, coming into triangle pose. Left arm floats up. Your gaze can look up to your left thumb. Try to keep the chin tucked in so that you don't hurt your neck. But if that is too much on your neck, you can look down. And from triangle, we're gonna softly bend the right knee, look a few feet in front of you, again to your drishti. And again, launching ourselves forward onto the right foot. If you're a little wobbly, that's okay. You can bring the right hand to the floor. If you have a prop nearby, you can grab it. We're keeping the left hip up. Left toes flex back towards the shin. You can also put a nice deep bend in the right knee if the floor is a little too far away for your hand. Also give you a little bit more balance. And find that big toe mound of the right foot again. Really, really rooting down. And if you're feeling really strong here, or if you just want to play with your balance, if you're feeling playful, play with lifting your right hand. Maybe your palms come to heart center. And when you've had enough of this, whoop, or if you fall over, step back, Come back up to warrior two. See if you can be more graceful than I was. Gaze looks over the right middle finger. Right knee is over that right ankle. We're not coming into the midline. Instead, pushing it back towards the back wall. Karate chopping the back wall behind you. Deep inhale here. And on your exhale, we'll cartwheel our hands down, step the right foot back, and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, nice deep bend in the knees. Gaze can look forward towards your hands or back towards your feet. Find a focal point between your hands or your feet, whichever direction you're looking. And connect with your breaths. Bring your gaze forward if it isn't already, and exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Exhale completely, and roll up. Inhale, arms reach up, palms kiss at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart center. You can let your eyes drift closed for a moment. Exhale completely. Reach your fingertips down. Inhale, reach up. And swan dive forward. Plant your hands, step back, and option two, Chaturanga. Back bend, and exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, coming up into warrior two. Now that you know what's coming on the other side, you always have the option to see if you can find an even fuller expression of the pose on this side. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Tailbone tucks under. Right arm almost grazes your right cheek. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Gaze looks forward. Straighten the left leg. Hinge the hips back as the left fingers reach forward and come into triangle pose. I actually learned triangle pose two different ways. So when I first started practicing yoga, I was taught that you're supposed to almost press yourself between two panes of glass, like you're trying to get flat to the side. And then in teacher training, I learned that you can actually hinge the left hip back and the right hip forward. The pose changes completely in your hips. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. As long as you're protecting that left knee, soft bend. And then turn your gaze to the front edge of your mat. Soft, actually probably a deep bend in the left knee. You can bring your right hand to your right hip. Find your drishti focal point a few feet in front of you and launch yourself up and forward to half moon. Ooh, my left knee doesn't like this one as much. Be really mindful and careful with your body. Again, pushing ourselves to our growth's edge, but accepting where our bodies are. Listening to our bodies. And if you did it on the other side, or if you want to practice it on this side, You can try balancing, either floating your right arm up, or bring your hands to your heart center. And if you fall out, that's okay. You can always take child's pose, or if you're feeling the fuego today, come right back up into it. And then put a nice deep bend in the left knee. Tap the right foot down behind you. Warrior two. Pause here. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your left foot back and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit your hips back. Reach your arms up for chair pose. And then exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten your arms. Root down through the big toe mounds of your feet. And then see if you can bring your knees over your ankles. Reach your clasped hands around the right hip. And then plant the left hand in that hip crease. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, fold it forward, keeping your knees bent. Hips sit back. Plant your right hand, fingertips facing back next to your right foot. Be a little bit in front so that your wrist falls directly under your shoulder. And then sit your hips down a little bit more. Straighten your legs, forward fold. Release your left hand. Release your right hand. And just hang over your legs for a moment. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sit up into chair. Or back into chair. Bending, I guess. Clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten your arms. And then wrap your arms around the low back. Plant your right hand on the left thigh. Reach your left arm up. And then reach your left hand down. Wrist falls under the left shoulder. And sit your hips back. Forward fold, straighten the legs, release your arms. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Shift your weight forward. Root down through your toes, rise up. And palms kiss at the top. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, eagle wrap your right arm under your left. Sit your hips back to chair. And then step your right foot over the left. Option to stay here. Or you can take the double bind, wrapping the right foot around the left ankle. Sit down a little lower. Maybe you sit so low that your belly touches your thighs. But your elbows lift up and palms come away from your face. Reach your elbows forward. Keep the shoulders dropping down away from the ears, chin tucks in. And then lift up, unfurling your legs, unfurling your arms, reach your arms up. Inhale, goal post your arms, heart reaches forward, elbows drop down towards your hips. And swan dive forward. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, root down to reach up. Exhale, left arm comes under the right. Eagle wrapping the arms. Left foot steps over the right knee. And hips sit back. If the full wrap of your feet is too much, you can forego it altogether, or you can try just kind of creating a kickstand with your left toes off to the right of your right foot. And then lift the elbows up, hands press away from the face. Chin tucks in, shoulders glide down. Long, slow exhales. Inhale, stand up, unfurl your legs, shake out your arms. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, heart reaches forward. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Step your feet back. And let's go knees, chest, and chin. Glide the heart forward, coming up into baby cobra. And then exhale, forehead to the mat. Bend your knees and grab your right hand to the front of your right ankle, left hand to the front of your left ankle. Flex the toes back towards the shins. And then press your ankles into your hands towards the back edge of your mat, allowing your head to lift up, shoulders glide down away from the ears. You can stay here, or you can lift the knees, balancing on your belly, on your pubic bone. Gaze looks forward or down, or bow pose. Without slingshotting out, just relax all your muscles, melt down onto the floor. You can stack your hands under your forehead and just rest your forehead for a moment. We'll take bow pose one more time. You can always take a child's pose if you prefer. So bending the knees, grabbing the fronts of the ankles, really make a concerted effort. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back like we did in the beginning of practice. Really actively press the shoulder blades together behind your heart. Pull your hands with your feet. Tuck your tailbone under as you do it. Engage that mula bandha, lifting up through the perineum like you're trying not to pee your pants. Keep breathing here. One more breath. And exhale, release. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Head to the stacked hands. And then use your hands to press your hips up and back into child's pose. Bringing your toes together, your knees apart. Sit your hips down towards your heels and then walk your hands forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. Allow yourself to become very passive here. If you're completely out of breath like me, also take a sip of water anytime, of course. Maybe your eyes drift closed. You can stay here if you'd like, or we'll do one more shoulder opener before our total cool down. So you can walk your hands back towards your seat, bring your knees together. Tuck your toes under. If you want to get a little extra stretch for your foot, for your feet, you can use your index fingers to pull your baby toe out of the way for broken toe pose. Feels as good as it sounds. And then inhale, reach your arms up. You're gonna exhale, wrap your left arm around the low back and reach the hand up to your mid back. And then drop your right hand, clasp your hands behind your back is what I'm trying to say, like this. For smiling cow face pose in the arms, broken toe pose on the bottom. So bring the right elbow towards the back of your head. You can even kind of lift up in the elbow as you rest your head back. Sorry, I should have said this sooner. If you can't clasp your hands behind your back, you can still take the bind, or you can grab the material on the back of your shirt. Let's see if you can tuck the tailbone under, lift up through the back ribs, keep the chin tucked in, all of those alignment cues, or to protect your spine and your joints. And when you're ready, gently release your hands. Gently release your arms. If the broken toe pose is enough for you, you can come to the tops of your feet or to easy pose with your legs crossed in front of you. And then when you're ready, inhale your arms up. And exhale your right arm down, left arm up. And we'll take it on the other side. Again, tailbone tucks under, chin tucks in, front ribs stitch together. Lift up through the left elbow, down through the right elbow. Keep everything hugged in towards the midline. And maybe this is a good time to close your eyes. Notice if your mind wants to escape the discomfort of this pose. Can you stay present with yourself exactly where you are? And the breath is a great way to anchor yourself to the present moment. Let's take one more breath together here. And on the exhale, gently release. Don't slingshot out. And then shake your arms out. And stretch your right arm in front. Left arm in front. Give yourself a little extra deltoid stretch. And then come forward, cross your legs at your ankles, swing them around to one side, and come to your back. Roll onto your back, plant your feet on the floor, and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Supine pigeon pose. So rounding the low back, draw the right knee in towards your chest. Maybe you stay here. Or maybe you grab the front edge of your right shin with your hands and flexing both toes back towards your shins, draw the right knee in while you press the left knee away gently. We did a lot of hip work today. This is your opportunity to release any tension. Invite a little opening. You can rock your hips side to side. And keep those toes flexed back towards your shins. Release your hands, drop your right foot down, left foot down. And then cross the right ankle over the left knee. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Flexing the toes. Rock side to side. So I don't think I've told you guys, but since I've been trying to incorporate music into class and posting on YouTube, they've been flagging my content because I'm using copyright licensed music. So I've been trying to find a good playlist of unlicensed music. So this playlist is supposed to be royalty free, but I don't know if I love it. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we could do better. I'll keep searching. Okay, drop your left foot. Cross the the right knee over the left. Extend your arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Plant both shoulders to the mat. And then drop the knees over to the left. See if you can keep the right shoulder to the floor without creating any tension or forcing your spine. And then let your gaze look over to the right. Maybe your left hand comes to the top of your right knee. And if you're holding on in the spine, try to let go. Your eyes can drift closed. Let your gaze look over to the right. Maybe your left hand comes to the top of your right knee. Trying to control the music, and if you're holding on in the spine, try to let go. Your eyes can drift closed. We're gonna change sides. So come back to the midline. Sorry, I was trying to control the music, but it got weird. So come back to the midline. Release the right foot to the floor. Cross the left knee over the right knee. And turning over to the right. Keep your left shoulder down if you can. You might even lift your right shoulder and kind of flatten your shoulders down. Gaze looks over to the left. eyes drift closed. Come back to center. Hug the knees into your chest. You can curl up into a tight little ball, bringing your nose up to your knees if that feels good for you. And then when you're ready, extend your legs out. Head drops down to the mat. Shoulders glide down away from your ears, palms facing up. You need to get comfortable here. You can grab a sweatshirt or socks. And let the front of your body get heavy into your back body. Let your breathing become effortless. Release any effort that you've made today. And let yourself fall into Shavasana, corpse pose. I will be here to let you know when it's time to come out. And if you have the time to stay here a little bit longer and you wish to do so, just continue in Shavasana. But if it's time for you to get moving, then invite a little life back into your fingers and toes, giving a little wiggle. Breathing more deeply, more intentionally back into your ribs, to your belly, against the weight of your own body. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. And then exhale, come onto one side, laying in a fetal position for a moment. Preparing yourself to return to movement. Symbolic of a rebirth. And keeping your eyes closed, if you want to, press yourself up into a seated position. Sitting comfortably, root down through your sit bones like we did at the beginning of practice. Stack your vertebrae one on top of the other, and bring your shoulders directly over your hips. Lift up through the crown of the head, through your ears, through the roof of your mouth. And you can bring your hands back to your belly if you'd like to. Inhale into your belly. Press your belly into your hands. Really let yourself expand. And when your belly fills up, breathe into your low ribs. And when your low ribs fill up, breathe into your heart space. Pause full unless you're pregnant. And exhale the same way you came in. And so reversing, breathe. Exhale, release from the heart space, from your ribs. And then from your belly, drawing your belly button into your spine. And inhale into your belly, into your ribs, and into your heart. Pause full. And exhale. Take one more breath like this together. Inhale into your belly, into your ribs, and into your heart space. Pause full. And exhale. And keep your eyes closed, hands to your heart center or to your third eye. Take a couple of breaths on your own. And gently drift your eyes open, taking in the room and the space around you slowly. Bringing yourself back into your day, off of your mat. I invite you to return to your intention that you set at the beginning of class today and bring that intention with you throughout your day today. So see if you can stay present with yourself, be kind to yourself, and allow the energy to just flow through your body. Don't let it get stuck anywhere. If you're heading off to work or have something stressful come up today, see if you can just allow it all to move through you and find some surrender. Thanks everyone for practicing with me. It's my pleasure to get to share my joy of yoga with you, and definitely would love to hear from any of you in the comments if you have any requests or questions, if you want to do private yoga, anything like that.